going to discuss about a topic which is crucial yet often misunderstood. Any guesses? Absolutely. It's sunscreen. I'm your host Asawari on today's episode of Sunscreen Must, which is all about protecting your skin and spreading use of sunscreen all year round, especially during summer, which has already started in India. And with rising pollution, its effect on our health and skin are serious. So, today we are going to unveil mysteries behind this skincare superhero and explore how it can make our skin clearer and healthier. Whether you're a skincare novice or seasoned enthusiast, this session will be both empowering and informative for you. So today, to educate us more about use of sunscreen all year round, we have with us renowned dermatologist and cosmetologist Dr. Sudhir Mamidwar from Nagpur. Welcome, Dr. Sudhir. Before we begin, I would like to ask you, tell us something about yourself and what exactly motivated you to choose dermatology and cosmetology as your specialization.
Yeah, uh, I basically did my MBBS from Government Medical College Nagpur and
Okay.
MD from Sion Hospital Mumbai. So after my MBBS, I was having interest in two subjects. First was pediatrics and second was dermatology. Dermatology being it's a non-emergency branch, mainly OPD practice.
Mm.
I wanted to live a good life and basically I used to like dermatology during my MBBS time also. So that was the reason I chose over dermatology. And I'm really happy whatever decision I have taken 20 years back. Uh, and I'm enjoying my field.
Absolutely. So, coming to our subject, why sunscreen is important, and considering our country's climate and overall environment, what is the importance of sunscreen?
Yeah, just now you said that summer has set. Temperature in Nagpur is currently 44 degrees Celsius. So if someone goes in such a scorching heat outside without sun protection, definitely skin is going to burn. And you will have a lot of negative effects on skin because of the scorching heat. So if someone is having pigmentation problem, their pigmentation will get worse. It becomes darker. There are certain skin conditions which are induced by sunlight. There is one condition known as polymorphous light eruption. So basically in layman's language, it is allergy to sunlight. So one goes into sunlight, that person will get itchy rashes over the exposed areas of the body, like face, neck, hands, forearms. So if you don't take precaution, then definitely these problems are going to increase. And again, important thing, sunlight can also induce aging very fast. If you don't take precautions during sunlight, your skin is going to age early than normal. You are going to get wrinkles, lax skin, loose skin, freckles, pigmentation, all these problems. That's why it is very important to use sunscreen during summer or any other season wherever there is a constant exposure to sunlight.
Okay. There are different types of sunscreen, chemical and physical. So, which one is better for different skin types?
Yeah, basically, depending on its composition, they are classified into mineral or physical sunscreens and chemical sunscreens. Both are equally good. In some patients, chemical sunscreen can cause certain skin issues in the form of skin allergy to sunscreen ingredients. So in such cases, people who are having sensitive skin, they are likely to get allergy. In such patients, we generally recommend physical sunscreen. Again, important is pediatric patients, children. In children, physical sunscreen or mineral sunscreen is safe because chemical sunscreen is not recommended in children. And physical sunscreen can be applied in child above 6 months of age because children are also do a lot of outdoor activities during these summer days. They join many summer camps. They want to do swimming, sports, and they need to apply sunscreen to protect from the sunlight or skin burn or from getting tanned. So in such cases, in pediatric patients, uh, physical sunscreens or physical blockers or mineral sunscreens are better.
Okay. And what are the parameters to choose the right sunscreen for my skin? Should I choose it based on my age, skin type, or the environment, or should I look at all three?
Yeah, all three aspects are very important if you are choosing the sunscreen, because if older people are going to use sunscreen, it should be like elder people are likely to have more dry skin because gradually their skin going to become dry. Sometimes they are associated, they are having comorbid conditions like diabetes, kidney problems, liver problems. The skin is likely to get dry. So in such cases, sunscreen with moisturizer effect, lotion form sunscreens, they are preferred in such patients. And young people, they are having issues associated with young age like acne, pimples, or sometimes marks of the pimples. So in such cases also, sunscreens are very important, and you can also use lightweight water containing sunscreens, because along with the acne treatment, sometimes they can get dryness of the skin because of the acne treatment itself. So that's why moisturizing sunscreens, they are important.
Okay. So when I go to buy a sunscreen, what are the key ingredients I should be looking for in a sunscreen to ensure that, it protects my skin properly?
Yeah, because nowadays market is flooded with n number of sunscreens. There's constant bombarding by different companies on social media, also use this
Exactly.
sunscreen, that sunscreen. So in such conditions we often get confused, so which sunscreen we should use. There are certain 3 4 things which you should look before choosing the sunscreen. One most important thing is SPF, that is sun protection factor of a sunscreen. So SPF basically, it shows how much your sunscreen protects your skin from the ultraviolet B rays. So ultraviolet B rays are quite harmful to the sun. They generally have effect on the epidermis or topmost layer of the skin. So they are likely to cause sunburn, redness, irritation. So if the SPF of the sunscreen is more than 30, then it's supposed to be good sunscreen. But nowadays, even SPF more than 50, there are certain sunscreens in the market which are SPF 100, they are also available. So anything above 30, preferably above 50, is good sunscreen in terms of UVB protection. Then another important factor is PA rating. That indicates how much your sunscreen is effective against ultraviolet A radiation, because ultraviolet A radiations, they go deep into the skin, they cross beyond the epidermis, they will have effect on the collagen, and these are the ultraviolet rays which can cause early aging because they have effect on collagen. They will cause collagen degradation. That's why laxity of the skin, wrinkles, fine lines. So if UVA protection is good, then such sunscreen can prevent early aging. So PA rating is very important. If PA triple plus or 4 plus sunscreens, they are available in the market, 4 plus PA rating is best to protect against UVA rays. And another important factor is boot star rating. Boot star rating is also, it is indicative of protection against UVA rays. If boot star is 4, it is definitely going to be a good sunscreen. So if you are going to choose sunscreen, you should see boot star rating should be 4, PA rating should be 4, and SPF should be more than 50. And if young people, they are applying sunscreen, those are having acne, then such people should see on the sunscreen it should be non-comedogenic. That means it should not clog the pores and it should not worsen the acne.
Okay.
So if it is written non-comedogenic, then it is good sunscreen. Most of the sunscreens available in the market, they are non-comedogenic sunscreens.
Okay. So you mentioned there are different types of SPF for different sunscreen. So how should I choose the right SPF based on my needs? How to go about?
Yeah, for C, um, higher the SPF, more the product will become messy,
Okay.
little oily. So don't go for even too higher SPF like 100, 110. It's really not required. So SPF of 50 is a good SPF, that is sufficient, and that gives good protection.
Okay.
See, if you are using 30 SPF product, it will give protection from UVB rays by 96%. If you are using SPF 50 product, it will give protection from UVB rays by 98%. And if you use product having SPF 100, it will give UV protection by 99%. Okay. So there is a hardly any difference, which is not significant. So SPF 50 is supposed to be good SPF for Indian skin.
Okay. Um, my next question is, if I have to stay indoors, I'm not, going outdoor much, should I still apply sunscreen or should I only apply sunscreen while going out or traveling?
See, if you are indoor, but you are working near windows where sunlight is coming through the windows, curtains are open. So in such cases, UVA light can travel through glasses, through windows, and it can harm your skin. So it is better if you apply sunscreen even at indoor. And apart from UVA rays, there are certain electronic devices. Nowadays, we use a lot of electronic devices like mobile, electronic gadgets like tablets, even our LED TVs, LED panels. All these lights they emit blue light. Okay. Blue light is also harmful and it can have detrimental effect on the skin. So ideally, one should apply sunscreen even if he or she is at home.
Okay. Indian urban parts, they have a lot of pollution. And how does pollution interact with UV rays? And can sunscreen help protect skin from both pollution as well as UV rays?
Yeah, there are certain sunscreens available in the market. They contain certain ingredients like anti-pollen. So they claim that it will help not only from sunlight but also from the pollution also. So in most polluted cities like Delhi or metro cities where there's a high industries, one can use that sunscreen also. It will have additional benefit.
Okay. Next question, especially for girls who are, makeup enthusiasts. So, can sunscreen be applied with makeup? And what is your take on sunscreen mixed with primers or skin tints that also have sunscreen?
Yeah, many people or especially girls have that confusion. If I want to apply my makeup, where should I put sunscreen? Before makeup or after makeup? So it's very common question. So if you want to apply makeup, it has to be certain skincare routine. So first in the morning after bath, one should apply moisturizer. Then if someone's skin is oily, toner. Okay. Okay. Then you can apply, if you are having certain skin issue or you are applying some serums, you can apply that serum like niacinamide serum or vitamin C serum. After that, you can apply your sunscreen. Okay. Okay. And after the sunscreen, you can put your makeup. Okay. But mm, second and third thing is not uh, for everyone. So in the morning, you can apply moisturizer, then sunscreen, then makeup. Okay. Serums are optional, depending on your skin condition you are having. Right. So usually sunscreen washes off with water or sweat. Are there sunscreen that are waterproof or sweat proof? Yeah, there are sunscreens available in the market which are water resistant or sweat resistant. So even if after applying sunscreen you go into swimming pool or you are into water or if there is a raining, it will have its effect or it will maintain its SPF. So there are certain sunscreens, they are known as water resistant sunscreens. Those will have effect for 40 minutes after immersion into water. Okay. And there are sunscreens which are known as very water resistant. They will have effect for 80 minutes after immersion into the water. Right. My next question is, how does sunscreen help to prevent early signs of aging like wrinkles, dark spots? Yeah, just now I discussed UVA rays. They are responsible for skin aging because they penetrate deeper. They will have effect on the collagen, and collagen is the main supportive system of the skin, which gives firmness, tightness to the skin. If the collagen is damaged because of the effect of UVA rays, there will be laxity of the skin, loose skin, and there will be appearance of fine lines and wrinkles on the skin. So person who are having outdoor activities, they go outside in the sunlight daily for more than 2 3 hours. If they apply regular sunscreen, definitely they can delay their aging. So appearance of fine lines, wrinkles, skin laxity, looseness of skin, it can definitely be delayed, and thus it will prevent aging.
Okay. Sorry. The next. So, how do you feel about makeup product with SPF? Do you think they can replace normal sunscreen or they should be used as supplements along with regular sunscreens?
Yeah, there are certain makeup products which in additional have some SPF, but that SPF is not adequate to give adequate protection. So even if you are applying some makeup products, you should apply sunscreen on the top of your makeup products.
Okay.
And if you want to apply sunscreen along with the makeup, so always apply sunscreen first, let it absorb into the skin, and after 2-3 minutes you can apply your makeup products.
Okay. So today's youth is very much into skincare. They are enthusiastic about skincare. What advice would you give to someone who is starting their skincare routine, especially youngsters who are into their 20s and 30s?
Yeah, youngster, they have very good skin. The skin is soft without any signs of aging or fine lines. But still, if they apply sunscreen regularly, they can prevent signs of aging at early age. And there is another problem which is common at young age, that is acne or pimples. So, if the youngsters they apply regularly sunscreen who are having acne or pimples, they will get benefit. They will It will prevent formation of dark spots after pimples, because sometimes once pimples get subside, it will leave behind dark spot that is known as post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. If such youngsters they apply regular sunscreen, then they can definitely prevent dark spot formation after acne. And such patients they are already on some anti-acne therapy like topical tretinoin or adapalene, and it is likely to cause dryness to the skin. So if they apply moisturizing sunscreen in the morning, it will be definitely beneficial for them in terms of UV protection and having moisturizing effect.
Okay. Now comes the key question or very important question. For example, this is the sunscreen that I'm using. How much quantity should I apply?
Yeah. See, the general tendency, and it's very common tendency, we tend to under apply sunscreen. We do not apply right quantity of the sunscreen. And that's why we don't get perfect protection of the sunscreen. It is maybe because if you apply too much quantity, people feel little oily on the skin. So that's why they under apply sunscreen. Ideally, one should apply recommended quantity of sunscreen. Suppose if you want to apply sunscreen on entire face including neck, you should use 2 fingers of sunscreen. 2 fingers means if you are taking this finger from tip of the finger to base of the finger, like this 2 times, that this much quantity will be sufficient for entire face and neck. I will just demonstrate. Suppose this is the sunscreen tube. This generally nozzle is 5 millimeter in diameter. This is 1 finger. Like this 2 finger quantity will be sufficient for entire face. And suppose if you want to apply sunscreen on entire body, total quantity required will be 1 ounce, that is 30 ml. But generally Indians don't apply sunscreen to entire body because rest of the body is covered with clothing.
Sir, I wanted to ask, can sunscreen be mixed with moisturizer and applied to skin along with moisturizer?
No, it should not be mixed with the moisturizer, because if you mix moisturizer and sunscreen, it will dilute sunscreen.
Okay.
So suppose if you are applying 50 SPF product, if you dilute with moisturizer, it will give only SPF of 7.
Oh, okay.
So protection from sunlight will be drastically reduced. So it is not recommended to mix moisturizer and sunscreen. If at all you want to apply moisturizer, if your skin is dry, first apply moisturizer, get it absorb into the skin, and after 2 minutes you can apply sunscreen lotion.
When we go out, especially in scorching summer, our lips also burn. So can we apply sunscreen on lips also?
Yeah, because lip skin is delicate skin. It is very thin and it is likely to have effect of sunlight on the lips. So there are certain lip balms which contain SPF. So such lip balms can be applied on the lips. Instead of applying regular sunscreen, lip balm containing sunscreen will be best to use on the lips.
My next question is a lot of people prefer going for swimming in summer. So shall we use uh, sunscreen before swimming? And what is the right way of using it?
See, ideally speaking, if you are using sunscreen before swimming, you need to check what sunscreen you are applying. If it is a chemical sunscreen, then it will have negative effect on the water quality because of the effect of the chlorine in the water and ingredients of the sunscreen. It can form sometimes toxic chemicals and which can be irritating to the eyes and skin, and there will be burning of eyes if you are swimming. So ideally chemical sunscreen should not be applied before swimming.
Okay.
If at all, if you want to apply sunscreen before swimming, it should be mineral sunscreen or physical sunscreen. So it will form just a barrier on your skin and it will protect from the sunlight. But suppose pools are indoor, there is no direct sunlight, then you can skip sunscreen application before swimming. If you are too much concerned about tanning because of the swimming, after swimming, take shower, apply moisturizer, and after that you can apply sunscreen lotion.
Okay. And uh, what is the ideal sunscreen that you would recommend for acne patient, because they face a lot of problems having acne and then applying sunscreen on it. Sometimes it increases the breakout on face. So what is the ideal sunscreen for people with acne problems?
Yeah, a lot of youngsters they have acne problem. They are already on some anti-acne treatment in the form of retinoids like retinoin, adapalene, and that's why sometimes if acne are severe, they are on systemic medications like isotretinoin, which itself causes reduction in the oil on the face and it leads to dryness of the skin. So there are certain sunscreens available in the market which are moisturizing sunscreens. Just now I said ki you should not mix sunscreen with moisturizer. So if there are two different things which you are mixing and applying, then definitely it's going to compromise the SPF of the sunscreen. But there are already formulations available in the market which contain moisturizer and sunscreen. This specific technology is used where SPF of the sunscreen will not get affected. So such moisturizers with sunscreen combination can be applied by youngsters who are having acne. So they will get freedom from dryness also and they will have uh, protection from the UV rays also.
Okay. Dr. Sudhir, thank you so much for joining us on our podcast. And it was very informative and empowering. I hope you enjoyed the session. Stay tuned, stay connected with us on Instagram and Facebook. Our podcast, Sunscreen Must, is available on YouTube, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, and Apple Podcast. So stay connected with us and see you in next episode.